I wanted to provide a little more clarity on the Python dictionaries that you've been working on. And I think some of you might have got a little bit confused on the nested indexes, and let me clarify those up for you. So if we're looking at my screen, and before we said, we had people here, and then I said you did that, and then we began with that, right? You could do that, and then you can start dropping in the names, and then stuff like that. And then you can actually just, copy and paste this. And then you can do one. That's fine, right? That's fine to do these things. You can, and so here's why I do 0 and 1 when I do my nested index. It's because it's easier to read and understand. Like, I understand that the 0 is the 0 position. So if I'm calling the first thing in my nested dictionary, then it's naturally, for me, it's 0. And because it's naturally 0 for me, then I would write 0. But if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. See, you can actually just write an entire string. So let's go look again. In fact, you could say, if you wanted to, person 1, followed by person 2, right? You would change this name, of course, and you would change this, of course. You change the value. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong in doing it this way, and there's nothing wrong in doing it the 0 and 1 index way. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? So I want to build upon a little more on the Python dictionary that didn't appear in the slides that I had earlier. You could also still call the length of your nested dictionary. So let's do this. So if we said print, we run the length function on people, which is the name of this particular dictionary, we're going to get the result, right? We should see 2. And we do, right there. So we see 2. We can call the length of, we can call the length of values if we wanted to. Call whatever you want. Okay? So there's one more thing I wanted to show you. Well, first, I'm sorry, why is this important? So you might say, well, how do I add more things to the dictionary? Like if I maxed out on stuff, I want to add more stuff. And we can do that. We can create new things in our dictionary. We can check if things exist. So let's say we have this. Let's say you have this dictionary, and you want to say, like, look, we need to add more things than just name and age, and I think we should add more things. We can do that. So let me clarify. What we're going to do is we have 2 people in this nested dictionary, and to clean it up, I don't like using person 1 and person 2. I'm going to go back to my way. You can leave it if you want. I'm going to do this. So we have 0 and we have 1. And if I want to create something new, I'm outside of this nested dictionary. So look where I am now. I'm outside of it. And then I call the name of the dictionary. I have 0, I have 1, so now this will be new. This will be called 2, and it's going to equal something. It doesn't have values right now. Let's keep it the same. So if you look at the nested dictionary, we have name, we have age, and let's make this clear. Let's put my kids' names in. So, you know what? I like copying paste. So I'm going to highlight this, people 2, and then we're going to say if we have the same data, same keys, name is going to be equal to the new name, and then we'll say paste. Then we have an age, and then of that. Notice that there are no commas after line 12, 13, and 14. It is because I'm adding things. I'm adding things into this new nested dictionary. So we have 0 now, we have 1 now, now we're going to have 2. And when we print it, you're going to see the difference. You're going to see these changes. So let's prove that it works first, right? So we say print people. Run. There it is. 0, 1, 2. And so this is easy to do. You've added more items to this nested dictionary. Okay? You could also do this if you wanted to. If you wanted to do it in one big line, you could do that too. So I'm going to erase this. And remember I said I just made it empty like this? Well, we don't have to if you don't want to. You can do this. So name, followed by the person's name. Then you do a comma, right? And we did age. And it should come out the same. Let's look. Yep, it came out the same. I have the same values. So however you want to write it is really up to you. If you like doing it line by line, that's great. If you like doing it in one single line, sure. That's your own style and preference. I think some might argue that the second method is cleaner. To me, when I like to write code, I like to make sure that I, cross my T's and dot my I's. I like to do things line by line, just so I have this order, just so I can see where things are happening. All right. And then finally, deleting something from, we'll leave that alone. I think for now, you're gonna be okay. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. So let's delete me from my own nested array. And it's easy. We'll just run the del function again. Who am I deleting? The 0 person. And if I print people again, let's find out. There it is. I'm gone. And all I have left is Mackenzie's, right? I have 1, 0's gone, 1's still here. Okay? The problem with this is you'll now have to understand that this didn't change. It's back to 1. So that's something you'll have to get used to. All right. So hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you have a little more clarity on how this nested dictionary works. It's important to understand how to manipulate your data. So again, same, if you have any questions, just email me and then we'll work through it together. If not, I'll see you on the next lesson.